Good day, everyone. I'm the most civilized savage, and rules for being a man, part 3, right? Let's just get down to the meat and potatoes of this, because fucking time is important to people, right? So, whatever number it is, be kind to those less fortunate, weaker, not as wise as you. Help them, protect them, and allow them to keep their dignity when you are called to do so. Right? So that means a lot of fucking things. And that is a whole lot of words that have a whole lot of context, and I don't have all day for that. And you don't have all day for that, right? But it should sound pretty fucking reasonable. Do unto others as you would do unto yourself. And people have misunderstandings. I have misunderstandings all the time. My 6-year-old doesn't know nothing, has misunderstandings of the world, right? It is my duty to teach her and guide her and protect her in the world, because the world isn't fucking nice, right? But it's also my job to show her the realities of the world. How she is going to be herself, and what wonderful and beautiful and whatever she is going to be. She might be a cold-hearted tundra bitch of a fucking whatever. I have no right to fucking judge her. It is the whole point of this, right? I have no right to judge anyone. Who am I? And be kind to those less fortunate? Yes. Yes, be kind to those less fortunate. Right? But don't tell me who's less fortunate or more fortunate or whatever fortunate. Fortunate is a weird word. Don't tell me who is or isn't that, right? People will tell me I have this grievance, I have this grievance, and that is fine. I can empathize, I can be human, I can understand, right? I ask a couple questions and they get offended, right? So how am I supposed to allow them dignity when they aren't allowing themselves dignity in some cases, right? And that is fine too, right? You can be as nice to the most mean person as you want to be, and they can shit on their own dignity. That is fine, right? My own dignity, right, is whatever I make it to be, not whatever a woman makes it to be, not whatever family makes it to be, not whatever work makes it to be, not whatever my paycheck makes it to be. It's what I make it to be, right? And so that's a whole nother concept that people don't understand, and that baffles me. Although I was there at one point. Everyone starts at fucking square zero, has nothing, is pooping in diapers if you're lucky, right? You only come out of womb. Well, you come out of womb a couple of different ways, but you usually come out alive, and you come out with skin and a heart, and you're not really breathing, so they spank your butt or something, right? There are things that they do. Science, right? Maybe you were born 100 years ago. Definitely different science. Okay, there are people around that experience that. And people don't quantify that. There are people that look at 8K and say, I don't need this in my life. There are people that look at YouTube and say, I don't need this in my life. There are people still alive, even through COVID, for fucking 12 months? Or 7 months, or whatever you want to say, that are 100 years old, right? And said, God, I wish my family was here, right? And that's just dignity, right? All they want is to not fucking die alone, and people are dying alone, people are being born alone, people are doing a lot of things alone in the sense that it actually matters instead of the sense that you're gonna fucking die. Everyone fucking dies, so what? Fucking that's average. It's average to die. Get the fuck over it, you pussy fucking cunts. Right? And that's sexist and whatever else, but Cunty was a god and I'm no god. So what the fuck do I know? Right? Right? It's literally, that was a god, right? People killed over Helen of Troy. A lot of people died over Helen of Troy, if you believe Helen of Troy is fucking real. Right? Like, the quantifiable people that died during the fucking Helen of Troy debacle, one pussy, one woman, right? How valuable she was as an entity, just her beauty, just her elegance, and her heritage, and all of that, right? The amount of men that just killed each other for that shit, right? The value of those men to her, whatever, and so dignity is a weird thing, right? If you pay some woman that you're never going to meet in your life a lot of money, I can't tell you that's wrong, right? But here's what I will tell you. A porn star or a prostitute, as long as you video record it, has no dignity for $5,000. People will murder each other for $5,000. The average person, if you said, hey, I don't like this person, here's $5,000, nothing else. I plead the fifth on anything else besides I don't like this person and here's $5,000. Right? That person is gonna be one of those 411 cases that nobody goddamn cares about. Nobody cares about. Fucking, it's another COVID death so someone can make some goddamn money. Right? But that's ignorant. I shouldn't say that, right? We are supposed to protect the weak, right? We are supposed to protect the stupid or those not as wise as you, right? We are supposed to help those that are less fortunate. Wonderful. How many people in my life have I seen do that? Actually, I've seen a lot of people do that, but it's not the people on fucking TV, right? It's those random moments where you say, wow, that was so courteous in your own goddamn life, right? Because you know for a fact that there are a million instances where someone fucking spent 2 minutes of your day wasting your time and shitting on the other 24 hours, right? And you take that 5 minutes and you hold it all the fucking 24 hours, and you might hold it a week, you might hold it a year, you might hold it 10 years, right? And all of those are okay. Sooner or later, you might laugh at it and say, wasn't that fucking great, right? You're allowed to be dumb. You're allowed to be stupid. That, out of all your inalienable rights that I talk about in my declaration videos, the one thing I have learned that you are allowed to do is ask why and say that you are stupid. It's okay to be stupid. It is okay to be wrong. It is okay to be all of that. Right? The problem is, in all reality, that other people don't fucking know. Right? In all reality, it says protect those that aren't wiser than you, but how am I supposed to protect what some study that I read said 30% of America doesn't believe, or 30% of America believes chocolate milk comes from brown cows. How am I supposed to protect them when even a fraction of 1% of America, which has a populace of, I'm supposed to believe, 328 million, some, right? And only 160 of those voted, by the way, but 74 of those are children. And these are all millions. These are all millions. I would spend a lot of time counting to a million if you had to fucking know that shit. But you should know some basic calculus and some basic algebra and some basic math, right? It comes with your language. When you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It comes with math. Wow. To understand 1.1, you have to understand what a tenth is. So you have to understand 10. So and then you have to understand what a hundredth is, technically, if you understand what a 0.001 is, or a hundredth, or a quarter, or a dollar, or a value, or fucking anything. You. Okay. Anyways. And so people aren't as wise as you. And you need to treat them with dignity. I listened to a pastor that went to Africa. I've never gone to Africa. I don't know shit about fucking Africa. I've never been there. I'm American. Right? This guy went to Africa and said he used his fucking Jesus to fucking revive the dead. I listened to this for goddamn like 4 hours because it was his life. Right? I wasted my life hearing 4 hours of this guy's fucking life about raising the dead and his beliefs, because guess what? He's older than me. He has. I shouldn't fucking call him stupid. Goddamn Tesla didn't know that ions in the fucking atmosphere don't give you goddamn free energy. Fucking science that comes later in life. Right? People don't know things, and people don't want to know things later in life. Should I say they fucking revived him from the dead from praying? I can't say the guy was dead to begin with, because I wasn't there. Right? So I gave this guy my time just to give him just 5 minutes of dignity. Right? And fucking all these people don't even know what dignity is, or honor, or smarts, right? Being smart is fucking nothing. I am just a goddamn Neanderthal trying to figure out how to put a rock on a goddamn stick with some fucking bark string, or what the fuck is string? I haven't gotten that far in my dictionary in a couple years. I need to relearn that definition. But nobody cares. And so we don't help those less fortunate, because, oh, you went through that, I went through this. Fuck you. Right? Oh, you're weaker than me. We can capitalize on that. That's a good word. Capitalize. Well, I won't use that in any of my other conversations ever, because I don't know the definition of it. Fucking ignorance. Don't know the definition of that either. But that's okay. And so, I don't know. Be nice to people. If people get offended over what I'm saying, the real truth is, fucking, maybe I've been less fortunate. It doesn't matter. Maybe I've been weaker. It doesn't matter. Maybe I'm stupid. Right? You should probably call me out on stupid, but I'm not eating Tide Pods. I didn't raise those kids. I am not those kids. Right? I at least knew do you know how hot dogs are made? Yeah, I'm eating those every 4th of July because they're wonderful, right? Your processed hamburger, do you know how much dye makes it look so pretty, yet in the middle it's brown? Your milk. when it spoils in a big 100,000 gallon fucking vat, do you know what it takes to make it unspoil? It's not much. And it's not hard to figure out, right? This is 100-year-old science pretty much for the most part, and we've done better, right? So you can't insult the old, but you can't insult the young, and things have changed, and things will never change. And that is history, and that is the future. Everything that happens will repeat itself. You need something to solidify it. And if you're not a part of solidifying your future, well, then you will never be a man, first and foremost, right? You will never be remembered in history. That's part of it, right? Mother Teresa was a fucking cunt for all I know. And someone's going to tell me she's a saint. Someone's going to tell me she's this and that. And that's fine. That is fine. Right? I don't care what you tell me. Right? The thing is, she's a woman. What I said was ignorant. What anyone says that isn't her about her is technically ignorant. Right? And I should give her some dignity because she's dead. But at the same point, I don't give Stalin any dignity besides quoting him, right? One death is a tragedy, a million is a fucking statistic. That's a wonderful quote. Put that in your check mark, motherfuckers. Because goddamn Stalin said that. Jesus Christ. Goddamn Americans don't even know who's on the $20 bill. So whatever. I'm going through this. I'm going to be a man about this. I'm going to speak about whatever it is I have to say, and I'm going to face my consequences, whether it leads to my demise or not. And that's also wonderful that I can say that, right? I've said a lot of things in my last couple videos that could lead to my demise, right? But no future is guaranteed. Nobody will ever guarantee you nothing in the world, and that's also something, right? Those less fortunate, they were never guaranteed nothing, and maybe they don't know that they can go out and get something. Maybe they were taught by the people that were allowed to go get something that they couldn't get something. That's fucked up. I was taught you could be the fucking president. Well, at least if you fucking brown nose enough and you go to fucking college and whatever else, right? You have to be smart enough, although that's debatable. Anyways, real life calls. And with that, I have responsibilities, and this man is out. The most civilized savage is out. Go fuck yourself, guys. Love ya.